Today I'm going to give you 6 exercises I personally will never skip, and neither should you if you want to stay strong and stay capable for the long haul. And one of these exercises is the simplest, but it might be the most important, so be sure you're getting all of these. Let's get into these exercises and tell me in the comments below what your longevity exercise list is, because yours probably looks different from mine. First on my list, but not in any specific order, is farmer's carry. If I had to pick one movement that screams longevity, it's the farmer's carry. You pick up heavy dumbbells or some other type of weight, you stand tall, and you walk. That's pretty much it. But what it does is actually very powerful. It trains grip strength, and grip strength is one of the strongest predictions of overall longevity. It also forces you into an upright posture. It trains your traps, it trains your core, your glutes. It builds total body tension without beating up your body. No spinal compression like heavy barbell squats, no shoulder strain, just pure raw strength. You guys know as we age, we don't need a bunch of circus tricks. We need movements that build durability. Farmer's carry is one of those movements. Next on my list is incline dumbbell press. As we age, our posture changes. Shoulders begin to roll forward. Our chest begins to collapse. The incline dumbbell press goes a long way into fixing this. I prefer a slight incline and slightly neutral grip. That protects the shoulders while building the upper chest. And here's something most men miss. Upper chest development does keep your physique looking a little bit younger. It's also shoulder friendly. It allows natural movement and it preserves pressing strength. You don't need barbells and max weights. Just focus on controlled reps, full stretch, and strong contraction. That's age-defying training. Third on my list is reverse or neutral grip pull downs. I absolutely love this exercise, and it has done so much to help my back issues. You may not realize this, but if your back is weak, it will make you look older, because what happens is you get rounded shoulders, forward head posture, and a collapsed upper spine. A reverse or neutral grip pull down helps to fix these issues. It builds the lats, it strengthens the upper back, and it balances out your pressing movements. And it's much more joint friendly than heavy barbell rows for many of the lifters over 50. Strong lats improve posture immediately, and posture is just like being young again. If you've got good posture, man, you just feel so much better. When you stand tall, you look stronger, you breathe better, and you just move better. So never skip past your back exercises. It doesn't have to be complicated neither. Look, you can find just 2 or 3 moves and just stick with those moves. You can use isolated pull down movements using the D grip or tri-handle grip if you want to do both. And if you're able, you can add in pull-ups or chin-ups to your regimen. If you like doing pull-ups, they are beneficial, but you're not able to do pull-ups, you can go to a public gym if you like going to public gyms, because many have the assisted pull-up machines where you can build your way up in pull-ups. But you can also adjust your weight up and progress using the reverse grip or a neutral grip pull down, and eventually be doing your body weight. And then you would be able to jump on a pull-up machine and go to it. So just keep that in mind. Fourth is controlled leg press, or you can do wall squats, wall sits, or Bulgarian split squats. You've heard me say this many times, but lower body muscle is your metabolic engine. When men especially stop training legs, everything declines. Your testosterone has a tendency to decline. Insulin sensitivity begins to decline. Your daily calorie burn declines. Your bone density declines. I prefer controlled leg presses for most 50+ lifters. It's safer than heavy squats. There's less spinal loading. It still allows serious tension, but you go slow on the way down. You can control the depth. There's no bouncing, and you shouldn't be bouncing. You don't even have to dedicate an entire hour to legs. You can just do these leg presses in a controlled way, and you're going to notice a huge difference. Your legs carry you through life, guys, so don't let your legs shrink on you. Another exercise you do not want to skip is Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells. If glutes shut down, your aging speeds up. The hip hinge pattern is critical. I'm no longer a fan of barbell deadlifts, as many of you already know, but hinging movements are critical as we age, and Romanian deadlifts from a bench work really, really good. Now, the dumbbell Romanian deadlift trains your glutes. It trains your hamstrings. It's going to help with lower back stability. And this is going to protect your spine. It's going to improve your balance. And you're going to be able to maintain that hip power. And let me tell you something, that's important as you age. And then here's something else that's very important. Most back pain in men over 50 comes from weak glutes and hamstrings, not your age, not something you lifted 20 years ago. When your posterior chain is strong, your spine is supported. So you don't have to pull from the floor when you're doing these. I like using them from a bench. You don't have to max them out, and you just need controlled hip hinging. And as should be of no surprise to any of you who watch my videos, number 6 on my list, which should always be in your regimen, is walking. And brisk walking is even a little better. Now, this is the one most lifters actually underestimate. But I'm going to tell you, walking, preferably a brisk walk, and even better, using a slight incline, will make a huge difference in your life. Walking will improve your insulin sensitivity. It's going to reduce stress hormones. It's going to support recovery efforts. It's going to improve your heart health. And it's going to keep your daily movement high, which is important. You can lift 3 days per week. That's all you need to do in the gym lifting. But you should be moving daily. So you can do it as many days as you want. You can do it twice a day. You can walk in the morning fasted, and then you can go out after dinner if you want, and you can get a little walk in, especially once the days get longer. So walking is so beneficial. It keeps body fat under control, helps you recover between your other sessions. It keeps inflammation lower in your body. Muscles keep you looking young, but walking, that just keeps you alive for a long time to come. And I'm going to say this, you don't need to run. You don't need to beat up your knees or anything like that. You don't need tons of cardio unless you just love doing tons of cardio. I'm against it. I don't recommend it, especially when you're trying to hold on to muscle mass. As we age, we're fighting tooth and nail to hold on to muscle mass. Hard cardio just tries to take that away from us. And so you have to find that balance. But you do need to be moving consistently.